This sounds good to me. So we'll get right into it. 7 hypotheticals. I do want to say up front, I didn't like come up with all these. These are ones that I found and maybe tweaked a little bit to
fit my
what I would
personality.
like or whatever. So yeah, a few of them. Yeah. And so you may have heard one or two before, or all of them. I don't know. But anyway, the first one is actually probably the most personal one. So we can get that out of the way early. So
That's all right. I like
you've
personal.
Okay. You've described yourself. Oh, and in case you do put on your channel, I'm Chet from the chat in the comments section. If anybody is wondering,
You're going to admit
that? Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I do it. I do it for the joy. Anyways, okay. So back to this. You've described yourself to me, and I've seen you describe other people as being very stoic and sort of your emotions are sort of lower than your logic in terms of what you rely on.
Yeah, I spit in the face
day.
of emotion.
Right. So that would be fair. Okay. So for the hypothetical number 1, you've been granted the ability to instantly overcome one of your fears. Just immediately, it will be gone. Which one would you choose and why?
That's a hard question for me because I don't have very many fears.
Yeah.
I've never struggled with anxiety. Not really. I think the one that most people share is the fear of failure, or the fear of disappointing the one you love the most. But if you get rid of that fear, you put yourself at risk of totally not caring. So I don't know if I would want to get rid of it. And if you get rid of that fear of failure, it might not help you drive you to success.
So you don't have. Is there a particular fear that you think you feel every day? One specific thing that, I mean, beyond that one, obviously that one's you're struggling with a bit, but is there like people have weird, strange fears? My brother's ex-wife was afraid of the cotton, it's actually rayon or whatever that comes in pill bottles.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, she had a weird fear of touching that, so people have things like that they wish they would go. Can you think of anything like that? Are you afraid of?
My wife's home sick right now. She could be sleeping, but I could yell at her right now and ask.
that might result in a new fear of
Hang
something.
on.
Have you ever yelled at her?
We can cut this out in post. I'm just gonna go quickly ask her. I'll be right back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her what she thinks my fear is.
Okay.
Okay, I got one. I actually got 2.
Okay. Oh, okay. Bonus.
One's one's trivial, the other one's serious. The trivial one is
okay.
I do have a slight fear of water because I've almost drowned a couple times in my life. The second one is the fear.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. I don't want to move past the first one just yet. First, fear of water, but you just mean it has to be a certain size and depth. Like,
yeah,
can you will you wade into the beach up to your waist?
Well,
okay.
I'm way more scared of the water God made as opposed to man. Like I'd jump into the middle of a pool, but I wouldn't jump into God's pool.
Okay.
You've seen some of those waves?
Okay.
And then there's bacteria and animals and.
Yeah, is that what the fear is? Is what's the main fear? You said you're afraid you'll drown, not be attacked by those things you just mentioned, but you'll.
Yeah. My fear is water replacing the oxygen in my lungs.
Okay, fair enough. I think that's a legitimate fear to have. Okay, what was the more? I don't know how you want to phrase it. Serious one. Yeah.
The more serious one is the fear of my children dying.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because I do get a lot of meaning and purpose in being a father, so that would be a big loss.
Yeah.
I think most parents
Okay.
have that fear.
So if you could choose right now to get rid of one of those two, which one would you get rid of? If that's what you've been granted the opportunity here to rid yourself of one.
I would get rid of the fear of water. I think the fear of my kids dying is important. It's a good fear. Because
Yeah.
otherwise you'd say, oh, you want to go rock climbing without ropes? Go ahead. Like, no, I
I
don't.
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No.
Not worried about it.
Yeah. I'm not scared if you die.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right, so that's good. I'm glad you were able to phone a friend on that one. Whatever they do, game shows. Okay, it is kind of weird to me though that you had to phone a friend about what you're afraid of. I've never seen that before either. So,
Great
yep,
addiction.
I remember. Okay, so you want to move on to hypothetical number two?
Sure, I'm ready.
All right. So I know you love the show Westworld. You, at
Season
least I
one.
know you really loved the first season.
Yeah.
You got really kind of, you talked about it a lot. You were really, really into that.
Right.
You didn't like, yeah, I don't know about season two. I know it changed a lot. But let's, for the sake of this hypothetical, let's pretend that that level of robot and AI exists now. But nobody knows for sure who's who or what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, However, you are offered the opportunity to find out if you're a robot or a human. Would you take that opportunity?
What would I have to gain and what would I have to lose if I knew I was a robot or a human? In Westworld season one, the robots could actually die and then get fixed and come back. If
Mm-hmm.
I knew as a robot, I might take more risks. But would I know that if I was a robot? No, I don't think the robots knew that they could die and come back. Well, but the ones who achieved consciousness did. Um, I think I think I would answer no. I would not want to know that if I was a robot or a human.
Okay. How does that jive with you saying you want to believe true things?
Well, I want to believe true things if they're presented to me,
Okay.
but if I have the choice to, so you're saying someone approaches me and
Mm-hmm.
says I have this knowledge.
Yes.
Do you
You will
want?
know definitively if you are a human or a robot. I can let you know. Do you want to know?
Yeah, this is very similar to the question. If you brought me an envelope that has the exact time and date of my death, would you want to know? And I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm on record of saying no to that as well.
I
So
have something similar to that coming up. Yeah.
so I'm going to embrace the hypocrisy.
Okay. Go, yeah, go headlong into it, right?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
tiptoe around it. Right?
Uh, that question you just asked me, and same with the death one. Those are two
Mm-hmm.
situations where I think I would not want to know true things. I'd rather believe the lie, or no, believe the ignorance. Because it's not like I'm believing a lie or something untrue. It's just I don't know.
Right. So what is the benefit of that to you? Obviously, you see something better in that. What exactly do you feel like you're getting by not knowing in that case that you prefer?
I think the downside is in Westworld, if you are a robot that has achieved consciousness, you are aware that you're stuck in a reality that will never end.
Hmm.
Now, season two changes that a little bit, but in season one, at least, it's like a never-ending because you can even when you die, someone can fix you and you're back to life,
Okay.
and yet you still remember some of your past lives. To me,
Oh, they
that
do. Okay.
yeah, like not all of them, but
Hmm.
some of them. The ones who have
Hmm.
achieved consciousness, it comes back to haunt them, and it'd be like living forever. This is why I don't really like the concept of heaven. Like,
Hmm.
who wants to live forever? Like that is
This,
this.
Gotta bring God back into everything, don't you, Doug? This is I told you. This is no religion, no
I'm
politics.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know. Hey, it's who you are. That's fine. But I think that's funny. Um, okay, so I guess I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised that you wouldn't want to know. I really thought you would want to know. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. You comfortable with that answer? You want to move on to the next one?
I'm very comfortable. Yes.
Okay. 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 All right. So for this one, this is number three. For this one, you're 30 years old
Okay.
and you've just been diagnosed with a terminal illness that will kill you in exactly 1 year. However, during that next year, you're going to feel absolutely amazing until that final moment when the lights go out. So you're just going to feel better than you ever have until that last millisecond when it all shuts down. However, you have the opportunity to cryogenically freeze yourself within the next week. Okay, you've just been diagnosed, so you have within that next week to cryogenically freeze yourself, and it's guaranteed to save your life if the cure is found in the next 1,000 years. Okay, so are you following
Yeah.
the two options?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what would you choose to do?
Well, I have a degree in finance, and option theory would say you take the cryogenic option because options are always have positive value until they expire. So what this is really is a call option on your life with an expiration date of 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would have to look at the likelihood of it expiring in the money or out of the money. There's going to be some finance people who are listening to this and know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, good, because I don't have any idea. I'm not that person, so yeah, that's fine.
The problem I have, though, is I'm okay with death.
Yeah, I know that.
Like, I don't
And
value existence as much as other people do, but yet I do value life. No, I'm going to say I'm going to spend that year and die at age 31.
okay, why? Why did it seems like you just suddenly flipped?
Yes.
Why? Why? Why?
Something just
What
popped in my
happened?
head. Because think about that. How absolutely terrifying would it be to freeze yourself and then wake up, let's say 6, 7, 800 years in the future where you know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Your whole culture, technology, everything has changed. You'd be like an alien, an outcast in your own mind. To me, that would be a type of hell. And sure, you could acclimate after a few years, I guess. But
Well, you don't know what you're coming out into either, in terms of you might be walking out into Mad Max. You might be walking out into
yeah, exactly.
a utopia. We don't know.
I could walk out just after Jesus' second coming, and it's the new heaven and new earth. Like,
There you go again. There you go again. You don't you don't have the Jesus problem of coming back to religion. You're much better
yeah.
than Jesus at coming back.
Now, I the only question mark in my head is I'm happy with that answer,
Okay.
but did I just contradict myself on compared to the previous question? If I did, so be it. But
Well, yeah, I think I was thinking about that too, and okay, it's all right. These are hypotheticals. Where you can consider them independent of other hypotheticals, I think.
okay,
So, all right. So let's move on to the next one. Number 4. So you've been specially selected by the population of Earth today. Okay.
wait, this is
To
not a
rate,
hypothetical anymore.
yeah. You're gonna love what I have to say next because it goes perfectly with that. So because I know you, I've known you for years now, right? It's been years now, right?
At
Yeah.
least
Okay.
3.
3, yeah, somewhere in there. So you've been selected to rate by the Earth's population the one living person in the world who is the only perfect 10 out of 10. Now, that person can't be you. That's what I have that written down in my questions.
I'm not a 10
Doug
out of 10.
cannot choose himself because that will be his first option.
I am
So,
humble enough to admit I'm not a 10 out of 10,
so
but I'm
this
close.
anyone see so anyone living today, they are the epitome of humanity. They are the 10 out of 10. Who do you pick?
I can't even think of a role model in my life.
Really?
No,
Ever? Not at any point in your life?
no. Like I'm not
You
that
never
type.
said I want to be like this person.
Exactly. Yeah, I've never. Actually, my uncle Pete, Leon's dad, is. I respect him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if my dad listens
Hmm.
to this, he'll be upset.
Well, okay.
I'll go with my. I'll
Feels
go
I'm
with
gonna
my.
be
If you needed one answer, I'll go with my uncle Peter.
number 5. Here we go. All right. So someone has invented something that they call the Dream DVR. So you know what a DVR, digital video recorder, right? Like a TiVo.
They still have those?
Sure. Yeah, they still
Okay.
have those. They usually come with when you get cable and stuff. I don't have cable, but anyways, people still record stuff that way.
Okay.
So, but this one can basically what this machine does is it allows you to tape an entire evening's worth of your dreams, and you can then watch them back at your leisure once you've woken up. However, when you watch your dreams, you have to do it with your closest friends in the room. If they're not there, the Dream DVR won't work. Would you use the DVR?
Yeah, I think I would. I got nothing to hide.
You got nothing to hide? Okay. You don't have any concerns. Like, can you tell? I mean, you don't have to get into like explicit. You've had sex dreams, right, Doug? I mean, can we
Well, we'd have to check the
say
tapes,
that?
but I
Well,
think
well, I'll come over, dude. If you could do this, and I need to be in there, I would watch your dreams. That'd be awesome. But isn't I? Can you think of? Do you have like a recurring dream or any dream that was particularly weird in your life that you remember strongly?
yeah, and it wouldn't be anything I would be ashamed to show others.
No.
No.
Okay. Hmm. That seems so weird to me. That seems so weird.
Really?
Really? So yeah. Well, it's like even your dreams are emotionless. That's what it feels like. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you never had like a weird thing with a pickle in your dream or anything like that? Like, nothing.
No. A pickle?
Nothing.
Cucumber, maybe, but
Okay.
not a pickle.
Cucumber, but no, nothing.
Like, who wants the vinegar?
Well, what? Oh, okay. All right. So you would use it. What would be your if you say there's really nothing to hide or whatever? Like, why would you use it? What would be your interest in seeing your dreams in that way? What do you think you'd learn more about yourself or just pure entertainment? What do you think?
Oh, definitely. Like, if who, it would be great to go deep into your subconscious and see what's hanging out there. Maybe I'm actually a horrible person. I want to know that. Or do I? See, you got me contradicting myself all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Well,
they're just
okay.
thoughts, right? They can't do
I
harm.
mean, but you would see it as an opportunity to learn about yourself. Is that what you think dreams are? If you could watch your dreams, do you see them as an opportunity to learn about yourself?
Yeah.
You don't see them as just gibberish that your brain is just processing things.
Well,
Or
maybe they will be gibberish, but you don't know until you look, right?
Yeah, I
Like
suppose
when
so.
psychologists put people on a couch, don't they go into dreams and try to analyze them?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've
I don't
never
know. I see a new therapist tomorrow, so I don't know. We'll see if she does it. I'll let you know. I'll
ask
report
ask
back.
ask that therapist this question. See what she says or he says.
Oh, about dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I would watch it. I'll answer this one just because I feel like I would watch stuff with my friends just to watch them freak out
No,
about the kind of stuff I dream about. Yeah.
if my dreams were on DVR and you watched them, my guess is you would fall asleep.
Yeah. That's from the way you describe them, I totally believe you. I don't. It's. Oh. Do you? Well, now I have another. I mean, do you like enjoy sleep? Do you look forward to it, like
Oh yeah.
naps or going to
Yeah.
bed at night? Like you enjoy it,
Yes.
but just not because you think you might dream something awesome, just because it's just a break,
R-
essentially.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Just downtime.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
If I
So
surprised you
boring.
on every answer,
No, no, yeah, it's interesting. I like it. I enjoy it. Yeah. Uh, I mean, you surprised me by being more boring than I thought you were.
wait a minute, you thought I was
So,
boring, and I'm even more
so,
boring now.
yeah, you've changed my measurement stick.
But what does that say about
Um,
you for asking me to do this?
it says I'm curious about even the most boring of things. How's that?
Okay.
That's what it says. All right. Um, I'm just giving you crap, Doug.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we are. All right. So this one is kind of similar to what we mentioned before. So again, I've customized it a bit for you. So this is number 6. There's this one and just one more. So you find a book and it's just sitting on the bench at your favorite poutine and hockey gear store. And they have those, right? Those are all over the place, right? Where you're from. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't skate.
So,
I got kicked out of Canada because I couldn't play hockey.
well, because you were skating while holding your poutine. That's what you told me, right? So, you're not, no poutine on the ice, Doug. Don't they have those signs up there? Okay. Anyways, okay. Uh, I put that in there for me more than you because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
So you found this book on the bench and you begin reading it only to discover that it's your life in the book. And then you get to that point in the book in your life where you are right now. Do you turn the page to see what's going to come or not? Or do you maybe only go, you have options. You could go one day at a time, or what would you do?
Well, that's similar to the question like, if you knew you were going to die, would you want to know the date and time? No,
Similar.
I think I would not turn the page.
No.
Yeah, I want to be
Why not?
surprised. I want to live in the present instead of living in the future or past. I want to be spontaneous. I want to be surprised because I don't get surprised very often. So if I read the next page, it'd be even worse. Now, I could probably read the pages. If I did read the pages ahead, I could become a millionaire or billionaire even because I track the markets every day. That would be in the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then, I guess now I'm thinking about it. If you had that book, and what if the book says, like, let's say you had a birthday coming up, but it was a surprise birthday party, and it says in the book you have a surprise birthday party, and you were surprised. So you can't actually change the future, but then, so even if you knew that was coming, you would still be surprised because the book is still right.
But if I know what's in the book coming in the
Yeah.
future, and yet I can't change that future, then it's no longer me in the present, or it's no longer me in that book. Because wouldn't it be in the book that I looked in the book and saw my future in the
Yeah,
book?
that's the point. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to that point in the
It's a
book.
circle. It's a vicious. Um, yeah, it becomes a paradox.
So this, I mean, from what I'm hearing, this is the second thing that you wouldn't want to know. This is a second sort of situation where you have information that is objectively true in front of you and you've decided not to look at it.
Correct.
Hmm. That's surprising to me. Yeah.
You would?
So what's your worry? What's your worry then? If looking at it actually doesn't change anything at all, what's the problem with looking at it?
Oh, it's like I
Looking
said.
ahead.
It's like what I said. Well, but then you introduce that paradox, which I think you're saying even if the birthday party, I would be surprised.
Yeah, the book says it happens, then it
How
happens.
can you be surprised when you have the knowledge it's going to happen? Like that's the paradox. It's like
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hmm.
at that point
So, and oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just going to say at that point you're just a robot, a knowing robot with knowledge of what's going to happen, but you can't even experience it to the fullness because it's already happened in your brain because you've read about it.
Hmm.
So that's why I wouldn't turn the page.
So, it is interesting to me that the only reason you said you might turn the page is for financial gain.
Yeah, I'm
Nothing else came
I'm
up. That was
shallow
the
that way.
only. That was the only.
But like if I became a billionaire, then I could feed the poor and the hungry and do so much
Would
good.
you?
Oh yeah, I would finance some amazing science projects. Actually, the more I'm talking, the more I'm thinking of reading the book. Like, can you imagine if there's all these great scientists out in the world today who are underfunded? There's all these great thinkers, atheist thinkers even, who have all these great idea projects that I could fund privately.
Hmm.
If I had lots of money, I could, like Bill Gates. Look at the great things he's done for the world.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe some of them have had negative consequences, but still, I think the good outweighs the bad.
Well, eradicating polio's no small thing.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. You sure you wouldn't just blow it all on online poker?
Well,
That wasn't a quick no. Yeah. You blow some of it on online poker, right?
if I move back to Canada, it's illegal in this country. At
Is
least
it still okay? I
in
know they
most
did
states. Yeah.
sports betting was okay again, but I wasn't sure about the online poker. So, hmm. Okay. All right. So let's do the last one. Last one is very short. So, question number 7. So, you have a button, and when you press it, it does something. What does your button do?
It can do anything.
It's all, yeah. It's your button, and whenever you press it, it does one thing. Every time you press it,
Okay.
what does your button do?
Freeze time.
For everyone or everyone
Everyone
but
but
you?
me.
Okay.
Oh
Do you
my.
want to talk through why, or is it too? You seem to there's something dark. When I ask you this question, something dark happened in your fast brain, and then your slow brain said, "No, don't do that."
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
change
what?
it.
So, okay, okay, okay.
Um, when you press the button, you can't hear
Mm-hmm.
what people are saying.
Oh, why? What
Well,
is?
well,
Okay.
you know how people get to talking and it bothers you once
Yes.
in a while. Could you just
Okay.
like you could just press this button and you could just smile at them. You don't know what they're saying. It's just No, that's a bad
Doug, this
answer.
would be the third time you're going to say you don't want information you could have.
Oh, the jibber jabber though.
Yeah, but what if, I mean, what if you push it one time and somebody's trying to tell you the house is burning down or something? You know what I mean?
Well, you don't
And
push
you're
it
like,
right
oh,
away. You see where it's
glad
going,
I
and you
can't
go,
hear that.
okay.
Okay. You have, when you realize it's safe to not listen. I want to know more about the freezing time. That was the first one. That was your quick brain had
Hmm.
that for some reason. Because you lit up when you said that. And I want to know,
Well,
I want to know why.
see, if you had that button, you could freeze time, and you're at the poker table.
Okay.
You press the button, and you can see what cards are coming next.
Yeah. So you would use it
Or
again, you'd use it for
no,
financial gain, is
no,
what
no.
you're saying.
I went with the humorous answer first, but the real answer is
Okay. Okay.
you walking down the street, and
Okay.
you see two little kids walking across the street right next to you, and a big truck barreling down. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're just about to hit them. You press the button, and you move the kids out of the way, and then press the button again, and I just saved two lives.
That could be one approach. You could freeze time and move more kids in front of it and then get out of the way too, depending on how you feel about the children. But I'm glad you didn't choose that option. But yeah, I guess so.
But
You would
the options are
that would be
endless
your
if you could.
thing.
The options would be endless if you could control time. As far as, I mean, you can't go back in time, but you can pause it and then start it again. I'm sure there's so many great applications we could use with that button, or have with that button.
All right, fair enough. That sounds good. That's all I got, man. So
Okay.
thank you for considering and talking to me about it. I
No, it's
hope you're.
fun. There were some
I
tough
hope-
questions. If I listen to this back, I'm sure I've contradicted myself many times, but that's okay. I'm human.
Well, it can be difficult too with hypotheticals where the entire situation of the world is different in each one,
Yeah.
so I think it's only fair to answer differently when you consider the actual reality of each situation presented to you. Um, I don't see that as a bad thing. So,
But
all right, man.
you did conjure up the whole idea that there are definitely things I don't want to know.
Yeah. You are who I thought you were, Doug.
Boring and a hypocrite.
That's... All right.
You've done it.